Alrighty, fellas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Last Friday, I left you guys with a little over 1,000 encounters because we got ourselves another shiny Marowak, okay? Now, that brings me up to 5 shinies gotten throughout the first ever official PokeMMO Shiny Wars. 1 Cryogonal, 1 Cubchoo, 1 Kakuna, and 1 Marowak. I think Marowak is 2 points. I'm honestly not totally sure. So it was 10 plus, I think both the Cubchoos were 2 points. So 14 plus 3, 17 plus 2, 19. So about 19 points scored for myself so far throughout PokeMMO Shiny Wars. We also have a ton of eggs to hatch today, so the dream is still alive regarding that. We have a lot of stuff to do. I've been hunting relentlessly this weekend as best as I possibly could to just crank my encounters up and get ready for this week, because we're pushing the last 10 days or so of Shiny Wars, fellas. We are pushing super hard, and as you may have noticed in the bottom left hand corner, there have been 5 HelloFresh signups this month. So thank you. We still have 19 days on this collaboration. I really want to say thank you to you guys. It means the world to me. It really supports the stream. It gets you guys awesome food. And then I will also be opening a ton of mysterious balls thanks to those people. Thank you to the people who signed up to HelloFresh. I'll be opening 1 of each mysterious ball in PokeMMO, including 1 mysterious Pokeball, 1 mysterious Great Ball, 1 mysterious Ultra Ball, a Cherish Ball, and a Premier Ball. On top of that, you're supporting the stream ridiculously. And there was an RP voucher sold as well, getting some more Pokeyen so I can buy more mysterious balls and buy more Ditto boxes. I was sitting on that for a while, but I decided to go ahead and sell it because I just need the Pokeyen. I'm deciding to make some pretty risky plays, selling off investments, selling off usual capital things that I hold on to get myself the Pokeyen for the final 10 days of Shiny Wars. This is Shiny Wars. There's only 1 of them ever. This is the first ever Shiny War. I take this really seriously. I'm putting all my eggs in 1 basket, fellas. 1 basket. So I'm going to start things off by doing some times 5 hordes over at this spot, which is a pretty good shiny hunting spot. And then eventually, I'm going to prep to pop my own shiny charm and pop those mysterious balls and give myself the best possible odds. But good morning, guys. Good morning again. Welcome to Stream Recap 169. Hey, someone said in chat, my recent shiny rate has been pretty good. Let's go over the numbers. You know what? I'm not sure. I've been, lucky over the past, what is it? Few shinies. I guess a shiny here and there, right? So my first shiny went 112,000. This is all my shinies gotten during Shiny Wars, okay? So my first one was 112k. My second one was 52k. And then the third one was what? 22k? 22k. Did I add that correctly? Let me double check. I think I did. Yep, 22k. And then my third one, the Kakuna, was 49k. And then what was the Marowak was 13k, right? I think I just messed up my numbers though. 1 sec. All right, 49,000 encounters for the Kakuna, and then plus the last one, the Marowak, was 13,000. So we'll do plus 13,000 for that. Give me around 250,000. We'll do the plus 18k as well. Screw it. Plus 18k. So my total encounters throughout Shiny Wars, including times 5 hordes, times 3 hordes, eggs, fossils, Shedinjas, tons of rares, etc, 266,000 for a grand total of 5 shiny, giving me an estimated shiny rate of 1 out of 53,000. I think it's always important. People say, "Oh, you're so lucky, Patrouski," or you're so unlucky. I'm only calculating things done in Shiny Wars. If you calc different 5 shinies, I've been very lucky at times. It just depends. I'm excited to calc my total career shiny rate at the end of Shiny Wars. So if you want to see really over the course of my entire shiny career, whether I've been lucky or not, come check out that video on that stream at some point. But it's always important to have perspective when saying, "Hey, you're so lucky, Mr. Streamer. I always see you get shinies," and it's like, well, that's because I spend 10 hours a day hunting, my friend. Like, that's I have quite a few encounters, actually, It's not, but it's okay. It's okay. The point is, it'll even out. We'll get lucky. We'll get on the wet streak. The wet streak begins now. True and real copium. When should I evolve Porygon 2? As long as now, for PvP, I think people actually prefer Porygon 2, right? So if you're using it for PvP, I would just keep it Porygon 2. But if you're for storyline, immediately. I think for the storyline for Pokemon, you pretty much want to evolve Pokemon almost always immediately. Even Shroomish into Breloom, in my personal opinion. Once again, unless you're training that Breloom for like PvP or something, you don't need to get the stat boost immediately or whatever. But people always say, "Oh, hold off, don't evolve Shroomish until Breloom until level 40 for Spore," right? But what you can do is you can just evolve it into Breloom, get the insane stat boost, right? Insane stat boost. Let me leave this battle really quick. Between Shroomish and Breloom, right? So, you know, Shroomish is what, 40 base attack versus Breloom is like what, 130? Yeah. Insane stat difference. And then you can just use heart scales to relearn Spore. Now it's going to cost like 12 to 16k to relearn the move or whatever, but that it's so worth it for that power difference versus just keeping it until level 40. Like usually it's not worth to keep Shroomish until level 40 in PokeMMO unless you're just like EV training it, and like at that point you might as well, you know, if you're not going to use it until level 50 anyway, feel free, you know. Aside from Cloyster, what mon could I use for trainer reruns currently in Kanto? I'm broken and in need of extra money. I think the beautiful part about trainer reruns is that like they're really, really low demand. Like, you don't need the Cloyster. Like obviously the Cloyster is the best way to do it for sure, but like any high level level 100 Pokemon's gonna work. It'll just be less efficient, which is totally okay. But essentially, you could use Rampardos. I think Mold Breaker Pokemon are great. So like Rampardos, Haxorus, to get to those Sturdies, etc., etc. The best part about Cloyster is that it hits so many things for super effective or neutral with the ice type, and then also breaks Sturdies, right? It also has priority, like it's you know, great Pokemon. But any level 100 Pokemon is going to do well enough. If you're like really, if you're just new and need Pokeyen, just refighting trainers at all is fantastic. Along the if you're in Kanto, like the islands or whatever, the Sevi Islands have the most Pokeyen from trainers, I believe. I've talked about this a few times in stream recaps, but I really feel like the story of the Shiny Wars for me is Karoshi. Karoshi has put in a disgusting amount of hours. I think he said that he had 780 hours around 6 weeks into Shiny Wars, which is just absolutely degenerate competitive behavior, and I love it. And he's currently, I think he's currently 260 something thousand encounters dry. Like that's the that's the really crazy part, is like imagine putting in this many hours and working this hard and this being the time that you go dry. It's unbelievable. Like poor Karoshi is just, but he's not giving up. Like so many other players like would have given up, would have been like, ah, fuck, Shiny Wars is, you know, it's we're too behind, it's over, and just quit. But no, he's still going. He is absolutely, like, he's got the mental, dude. He's grinding. I hope we can see a Karoshi shiny on a stream recap very soon. Now, we should have a fair amount of eggs, I believe, to still open. Let's go ahead and actually double check through my, like, look at this. We have like 30, 60, 90. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't hatch like any eggs this weekend. I did so many ×5 hordes, but I didn't hatch like any eggs. I kept that for stream for you guys, okay? Let's see what we can do today. Let's see if we can get something. Also, you probably noticed, but I'm no longer making the mistake. I'm just hatching 4 eggs per inventory. I'm no longer going to make the mistake at this spot where I only bring my level 100 Parasect. I was terrified. When I saw that shiny Marowak, dude, I just accepted. Whenever there's a possibility of a shiny I lose it or it flees or whatever, I just accept that I've lost it. Now, it was only 2 points or whatever. I just accepted that I'd lost that Marowak. Like, I really did not think I was going to catch it. And I got super lucky with everything that happened. Let me see this. Someone said they got a random 5×31 Cranidos from a fossil. So let's see. Yep, met at the museum. So it is a fossil. That's insane. Do you guys know the odds of this? We can bring up the math. The odds of this are insane. Okay, I had to Google my own video to find the answer for this. But according to that video, which goes over a forum post going over some numbers and math that is out of my depth, the odds of getting a 5×31 Pokemon in the wild in PokeMMO is approximately 1 out of 5,772,806. I feel like we gloss over things like this, but this is insane. It is so much rarer than a shiny. It's unbelievable. Congratulations, dude. What are the odds of getting a 2×31 shiny? Because I got one 3 days ago. Rapidash, congratulations. The odds of getting IVs with a shiny is a little different because one of them is guaranteed. So the odds of a normal 1×31 is about 1 out of 6, which is what the same as a 2×31 shiny would be, if that makes sense. Since you have 131 guaranteed when you catch a wild shiny, you're just rolling for that extra 31. So a 2×31 shiny is about 1 out of 6 shinies, and it goes up from there. So like I think a 3×31 shiny in the wild is like a 1 out of 78 shinies, which is, you know, most people don't get 78 OT shinies. That's unbelievable, right? So if you ever see a 3×31 shiny, that's when you're really in the I guess the luck, right? Yeah, so a new player just asked for tips in chat, and generally I always say, go if you're looking for, if you're a new player, look for general tips. 63 tips, my most popular video. It's the way to go, right? But however, I will say there's one like current event type tip that I can give, which is it's probably best to prioritize payday pickup Pokemon right now more than ever, because the market is genuinely slow. Like this is a everybody, people always say, oh, the Pokemon market's slow, blah, blah, blah. This is a time where, in my opinion, it is actually slow. Genuinely, it's in a slow period because of multiple things, because a lot of the high-end shunters with tons of Pokeyen are spending their Pokeyen on shiny hunting. They're not wasting it on other activities like 2012 collecting, etc., and more like frivolous stuff. Not as many people are looking to buy good IV Pokemon. Most people are already prepped for raids, and if they haven't prepped for raids, they'll, I guess, buy all those mons when raids actually come out. There's a lot more focus right now on saving Pokeyen. When people are spending, they're spending it on Ditto hunting. They're spending on Shinies, right? And when people are not spending, they're saving for event season. So most people are doing one of two things, either spending on Shiny hunting only or saving for event season. So we're not seeing a whole lot of other market moves, so it's a bit slower right now. You can still make sales. I collected Pokeyen today. I collected a few 100K or whatever, but it's definitely at a slower period than normal, which is important to talk about and tell new players, and so players don't feel stuck. Like if a player's like, oh, like none of my stuff is selling, like am I the problem and whatever, and like maybe partially, but like also it's good to know what state the market is in, so you don't feel trapped or like you're like doing something wrong. Okay, someone recently, I think yesterday, got their first shiny ever in PokeMMO, and it was a SHALPHA Rerun. And look, dude, look at how beautiful this shiny looks in the battle. Like, it's actually so insane. That's so pretty. What an insane, your first ever shiny ever in PokeMMO being a SHALPHA is insane. I need to go for a shiny Rerun / Aron / Aggron. That whole line is just stunning, but like, man, I am focused on like in the battle. Look at this. Oh, in the battle, the teal with the yellow outline. That is so sick. Congratulations, man. Also, this guy, his first ever shiny is a SHALPHA, and he had the balls to like do the encounter, and he caught it with a net ball. Go figure. But he didn't master ball it. Like having the fucking willpower to not master ball a SHALPHA is insane. I respect it. I would say if someone shows me a SHALPHA that's in a master ball, I get it. I'm not gonna, catching alphas in a master ball is a massive mistake. Big noob mistake. Do never ever master ball alphas, but SHALPHAs, that's a different story. That's on the table. I get it. That is insane. Congratulations to him. That is such a wild, insane first shiny. Hey, Pet, have you ever listed an expensive Pokemon on the market and like accidentally missed off the last number and someone just instantly sniped it? Dude, if you've played PokeMMO long enough, everybody's made this mistake. The difference is how big was the mistake, and that's what is tough, right? I think I meant to sell a mon for like 200K and sold it for 20K, which obviously can be, if you're a new player, that's like gutting. That's a lot of Pokeyen lost. But me at the time, it wasn't that big. It still sucked. You felt like an idiot. One of the funnier mistakes I made was when I think it was a drunk stream like 2 years ago. I was breeding up Zubats or like alphas for profit. I remember it was a year ago because alphas were pretty recently. I accidentally just released an alpha Zubat that I had bred up for profit, and I didn't realize, and I was like confused looking around for the Zubat. That was pretty funny. That was on stream. That was a good clip. But it's gonna happen. The longer you play PokeMMO, the longer you're gonna be prone to these mistakes. Obviously I don't want to say don't feel bad when they happen, but don't feel like, it makes sense. Like, you're obviously going to feel bad, but like, don't feel too bad. Everybody makes these mistakes. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen. I always like remind my wife with this, like if a mistake happens at her job, she works very, very hard and makes very, very few mistakes. But like statistically, you're supposed to make mistakes. Like, we're fucking humans, right? Like statistically, if you keep going, you're gonna make a mistake, and that's okay. Like, it should happen. It'd be weirder if you weren't making mistakes. That would be more obscure. It's got to happen at some point. Wasn't the worst one a recent one where someone listed the electric hair for 1/100 of the price? Yeah, the biggest flip, the biggest snipe in Pokemon history happened recently, and it was someone sniping an electric storm, which is a vanity that supposedly is worth around 15 billion Pokeyen, from my understanding. And I think he listed it for like 200 mil or whatever, or 15 mil, like, or 150 mil or whatever. It was an insane price difference. I actually really want to calculate really quick how much Pokeyen I'll actually be spending today. Thanks to you guys, I'm going to be opening a crazy amount of mysterious balls and just some really expensive ones and really rare ones at that. So I'm excited to see. Let's go ahead and start calculating. It's 3 of each. So let's just do what the cost of all of them. I think it's around 1.6 mil if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around that. Mysterious Pokeballs have kind of actually dropped a bit. Let's do 36k plus. Let's check Great Ball. What's the cost of one of each? Plus 56k. They have dropped a little bit. What about Ultra? 195. I just double click that. No, that's right. Plus 195k plus Cherish around 190. Wow. And then I think Premiers are about 800k at the moment. Let me just delete this and do Premier. Yeah, around 800k plus 800. Okay, so yeah, each one of each Mysterious Ball is 1.2, 1.3 mil. So we take this and times it by 3. So today, oh my goodness, my Pokeyen stack, I've spent around, at this point, 70. I was saying 60 to 80 mil, but at this point, 70 to 80 mil throughout Shiny Wars, guys. I've spent so much Pokeyen on this journey. 3.8 mil is what I'll be just pooping into thin air in a sec here. As soon as I get ready to pop my own charm, it's going to be insane. I think after Shiny Wars will be the first time that I legitimately head back to gym reruns in a really long time. So many shunters, like I've spent like 70 to 80 mil, and there are so many shunters who have spent more. JW Tree says he has popped 500 shiny charms so far. Gulp. 500 times around 240k is what they cost. 120 mil just in charms. That's just in charms. That's just in shiny charms. The dedication of PokeMMO shiny hunters is unmatched. That is insanity. Quick little PSA, don't ever do stuff like this. This guy is selling this star piece for 4,900 Pokeyen. See how it says sell price 4,900? If he just took this item to a Pokemart and sold it, he would make this exact amount of Pokeyen, but he'd make it instantaneously and he wouldn't get a GTL tax, right? Don't do this. Whenever an item sells for a sell, there's certain items you just sell to a Pokemart. It's just more efficient. It's better. It's faster. It's what everybody does. Things like star pieces, things like star dust, I think as well. Things like there's like a one called Comet. Yeah, Comet Shard. Don't list these in the GTL. Just go sell them to a Pokemart. Just go sell them. Dude, it is so under talked about, JW Tree, but absolutely. I love when you search shiny Pokemon, you see a bunch of PokeMMO videos now on YouTube, and that wasn't the case just 3 years ago. We're in the middle of a PokeMMO renaissance, a piece of PokeMMO history, and I feel like we don't appreciate it enough. Even recently, I was thinking about, like, dude, I know I know it's obvious to some extent, but like, this is the first ever PokeMMO official Shiny Wars. Like, we've been doing this community event. Like, Shiny Wars was just a communal event started by Team Mister to like encourage their team to have some fun and compete in shiny hunts, and they've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years or something like that. And the fact that the devs have acknowledged this like community invented activity as like as a thing is crazy. And the fact that we are getting the fact that the staff and the devs invented its own vanity just to give away as a prize for this, it's wild. It is like, it's such an insane step for the future of PokeMMO that I feel like we are just underestimating. And it's so amazing. I'm so excited for the future of PokeMMO and the future of Shiny Wars and other competitions that could be normalized. It's so cool. Have any of the PokeForce devs reached out to you for feedback? Dude, every time I play PokeForce, it feels like 10 PokeForce devs are in my chat. They are so involved in the community, it's absurd. Some of the most comments I've been seeing on my PokeForce videos are people essentially saying, like, just appreciating and not even like tearing down PokeMMO, but just like being like, man, like, it is unbelievable how communicative and how open the PokeForce devs are and how involved they clearly want to be in the community and how much we appreciate that. And like, it's a shame the PokeMMO devs don't do it, but also we have to, I don't know, just different styles of developing, I guess, right? Yeah, it's been unbelievable how good the PokeForce devs have been in terms of communication, in terms of just being involved in the community. It feels like they really genuinely care, you know? Okay, I think we just successfully installed a new meme mod, okay? I haven't seen it. If you're not familiar, meme mods are things like this, mods that replace a specific Pokemon sprite with a different Pokemon sprite. I love them. I think they shake up the game. I feel like they're super fun. We have things like, is it Solrock? That's also caught. I love meme mods, okay? They're just refreshing, right? It's my way of refreshing the game. I just got a new one. Let's check it out. Does it change the alpha? Oh my god, the red glow around it. Why is he blowing it? I've never seen a Minion movie or Despicable Me. Bro, I didn't expect it to be a GIF. I expected it to be like the Mankey, where it's just, this is insane. This is like better than what I could have. Should we go Shiny Hunt Spinda? Spinda's pretty good points for Shiny Wars. We could actually go Shiny Hunt Spinda with this sprite. Yeah, let's check to see if there's a shiny sprite. Let's see. They're actually, I didn't expect that. Most of these meme mods are obviously, you know, maybe not the highest effort. Wait, this is also, this shiny goes hard. Wait, I want a shiny minion. Wait, let's go hunt, fellas. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a ×3 horde hunt next to a PC. So what I can actually do is do 5 eggs for inventory, which is awesome. Let's heal up. Let's go see. I'm excited to see what this looks like, guys. I'm excited to see. There's even a follower sprite. What? Do I own a Spinda? Yeah, I should own one, right? I love meme mods, dude. Holy shit. Look at this. Oh, there's no follower sprite for me. Maybe because it's alpha? Maybe there's no alpha follower sprite? Do I have a normal Spinda? Maybe here, let's just go buy a Spinda really quick for this stupid bit. Okay, claim that to the PC. We'll go do our shunt in a sec, guys. No follower sprite for me still. Okay. That's fine. Let's go shiny. Let's go to the spot. So it should be right to the east. It's over here on Route 113 in Hoenn. So to the east of Fallowbar Town. Head over to the east. Right here. I think this is just it. So it should be ×3 hordes of... They're so small in battle. Why are they small? Why are they small? What? Why are the proportions? I can't wait to see a shiny one. That's insane. They're very small IRL. That's why. Oh, so they're just lore accurate. Ah, okay. Good one. Good one, chat. This is a legitimately interesting question. Would you rather have no update for PokeMMO for the next 2 years if we meant we were getting Gen 6 after? My boring answer is I'd honestly be up for whatever the community wants. Like all I really care about is this game's success, whether it's to my liking or not. To some extent, like I don't want them to like lower the shiny rate to like 1 out of 8K, you know, because then you know I don't want them to like exile all shunters who care about this game for the sake of a bunch of casuals who like won't stick around. I mean, that'd probably just kill the game in the long term, right? But in general, what I really care about is the health of the game, right? But for my personal answer, probably no. I'd rather have like other pieces of content, like raids or other PVM content. I don't know if we just need another region. I feel like everybody looks like, oh, that's the thing to do. I just went to Zangoose out of muscle memory, by the way. That's crazy. People think of it as like the thing to do, but I feel like there's so much more interesting creative content we could put into PokeMMO aside from just adding another region, you know? But I've been seeing this take pop up a lot recently, and I want to inform all the new players, and hopefully we can stop asking the same questions or stop having the same conversations every year, so we can have new ones, which is more exciting, right? One of the most common questions from new players, it's a good question, but it must be answered and moved on from. One of the most common questions or gripes is, why don't they just add all the legendaries? Why don't they just do this? Why don't they add all these strong Pokemon? Just add fairy types. Just add megas. Just add all these whatever, right? And the problem is, when you're balancing a Pokemon MMO, you're not just balancing for PvP. People always say, oh, just ban them in PvP. Just add legendaries and ban them in PvP. What's the problem? It's not that simple. You have PVM, you have raids coming up. If you have legendaries allowed, it vehemently restricts the amount of raid content and PVM content you can then make in the future of the game without it being broken or the Pokeyen being too insane by using legendaries. A lot of new players and casual players want these really powerful things, but they don't realize the ramifications it would have to the game and how it would warp every piece of content. Gym reruns, Elite Four reruns, all like raids coming up, all these like amazing pieces of PVM content would just be boiled down to, okay, just get Heatran, just get Laddie Twins, get Lando T, and then boom, you're like, it would be trivial. And it just, legendaries already trivialize storylines in Pokemon, which they're just the storylines in a single-player Pokemon game. That's whatever. But when you have an economy to balance, it changes everything. And Pokemon fans come to PokeMMO not understanding the basics of MMO concepts and wanting to change all these things and asking for all these changes. We have to sit them down, but hey, like that doesn't work like that. Like you have just spend a little bit more time to think of it on your. There's a reason why. If you join a game and you're new to a game and you think to yourself, I have this genius idea that I have 20 hours in the game, but I have this genius idea that surely no one else has ever thought of. I suggest you go to a doctor and get a physical, because there might be something neurological. Yeah, I don't understand there's an arrogance to it of like being new to a game and being like, I have this idea that no one else has ever thought of, surely. Like, no. These things have been talked about. These things have been thought through over and over and over again by the devs, who's their full-time job to do it. Like, it's now not to say that new perspectives aren't great and new players can offer that, and it's really good to hear all the feedback and take it all very seriously, but I would never personally ask a game to change for me and around me when I was new to that game. That, to me, that would bother me internally, personally. Hey, I'm no expert. I have 20 hours in the game, but the devs should make the minion Spinda be the official sprite. Finally a good suggestion, a good call, based and true, a genius idea. I fully agree. We should vote on that. In the most respectful way, a lot of new players don't understand how broken some Pokemon are in Pokemon compared to the mainline games. Like Smeargle has more importance, for example. Yes, when you have to worry about things like HM friends in a way to make Pokeyen, when you have to worry about payday pickup, you don't have to if payday pickup makes you 1 million Pokeyen per hour in the traditional Pokemon games, that's fine. They don't have to balance that. It doesn't matter, because what do you do with it? You buy potions, right? If something is broken Pokeyen per hour wise in an MMO, it destroys the whole game. The whole game, right? Like everything has to be balanced to an unbelievable utmost degree. It is so different to balance an MMO versus a single player RPG experience. This is a fantastic question, Danny, that I don't think nearly enough people are talking about. And I don't know the answer to. Do you think that raids will replace alphas or just go alongside them? I always just assumed it would be a replacement. This is a much more interesting way to get the same raid. Yeah, I feel like alpha Pokemon are going to be monstrously changed in some way over the next 3 to 6 months. They have to be, right? Either alpha swarms get removed and they get turned into raids, or alpha swarms get egregiously reduced in the amount of alpha swarms that happen, and they want to encourage you to go do raids. There has to be an egregious nerf to alphas coming soon. There has to be over the next 3 to 6 months. Otherwise, it's going to be I think it'll be really bad. We're already in a really rough spot for the economy with alphas, net balls, and everything, bringing down the cost of 2x31s and such. I'm curious to see what'll happen. It's a really good question. I think many other people are not talking about. I kind of like the idea of that, Adam. Maybe alphas will be 1x31 guaranteed and raids will be 2x31. I kind of like that. Feels like it should be a replacement. I feel like they worked pretty hard on the alpha swarm mechanic. I'd be surprised if they just scratch it, but I don't know. What happens to a raid mod if it's shiny for everyone? The raid, now there was a glitch that caused the mon you fight in the raid to be shiny when raids were beta tested, but the boss itself shouldn't be possible to be shiny anymore. They fixed that glitch during the beta test back in February. What happens is you do get a shiny roll from a raid. It's once you receive the reward, right? And that's assuming if they'll work the same way as they did back in the beta test. Wait, Spidget, I've totally blanked on shunting punishments. Oh my god, guys. I left last Friday at 1,300 encounters, right? So I've done 20k encounters without punishments. So at 20k encounters, I owe you guys 2 random games, as well as 4 mysterious balls that I'm gonna have to pop on top of the... Oh my, I'm gonna be broke, boys. Oh, I'm actually gonna be a broke boy. Holy shit. Okay, someone redeemed a price check, which if you don't know, you can watch my Twitch streams and get 10k channel points and then get me to price check a Pokemon for you, right? I don't know if I can price check this. I might have to refund your points. Who cares about qualifications? I don't want to give someone an incorrect answer. The reason why, so Tyrogue is a very rare shiny. We all know that, right? Very, 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 one of the rarest shinies in Pokemon, one of the most hard to get, right? But it also is Pumpkin Particle. That's what makes this so insane. If you don't know, the Pumpkin Particle effect, let's go check it out. The Pump Kid particle effect is one of the rarest, most expensive particle effects. I think it's the most expensive in PokeMMO. The cheapest Pump Kid Pokemon is 15 mil. And that is for a non-shiny. So to get a like Pump Kid shiny, you'd have to sit here and like you have to buy these. For example, let's do like Lucario, right? What you would do is you would buy 5 Riolus or whatever, so 3, right? 3 of them. You'd spend 45 mil on the breeders, right? And then you would breed those over and over and over again with Dittos until you got a shiny, right? A shiny Pump Kid, the cheapest one is 80 mil. 80 mil is the cheapest. Conkeldurr. This was wild. This was wild caught during the event itself, not bred. That's crazy. That's actually really interesting. That's how you would get these, is during the event you would catch them in the wild, or get them from defeating the pumpkin, right? Boss reward for yeah. So it's kind of like there are certain events where like they used to do alpha swarm, or not alpha swarms. They used to do particle effect swarms. I kind of wish they would bring that mechanic back. It's one of my favorite mechanics in events in PokeMMO. Is if you there's specific swarms, like so for Halloween it'd be like Duskull, Spiritomb, all these like Umbreon, all these cool like rare ghost types and like spooky Pokemon, right? And then you could check them, and then those swarms would have like a 10% chance or whatever that one of those Pokemon has a specific particle effect, which is really, really cool. I think it's how you would get the Howling Moon particle effect was very similar. See if I can, the Eerie Howl. You could go get random Pokemon with this particle effect, which was super, super cool. So it sucks to, I don't know why they got rid of that mechanic. I always thought it was so cool. I don't know why they got rid of that. I thought it was so interesting. It was so fun to like finish a boss fight or finish a rotation of certain things during an event and then go also check the swarms and such. Quick little update from Karoshi. Currently 272,000 encounters dry. Good luck to you, gamer. I'm excited to see when you break that streak finally. Well, thanks to Prismatic, that is going to soften the blow. I really, thank you so much. I really appreciate this, man. I'll be opening 4 Great Balls today. Let me go ahead and get my charm link ready. We're about to do some pretty intense rare shunting, fellas. I'm going to be popping a lot of mysterious balls. Did I miss the opening? Nope, we're about to get started. We're about to get started, fellas. You know what, fellas? Less than 5 minutes ago, someone came in chat and said, hey, Patrouski, I love your content, but I've always been wondering, what keeps you motivated to play PokeMMO? And I've said this answer, but I'll say it again. Nothing. Motivation is irrelevant. Motivation is a fleeting emotion that we have very little control over. The one thing we do have control over is our own willpower and our own perseverance and our own will to go on. The one thing you need to do while shiny hunting in PokeMMO is not give up. The only way you lose when shiny hunting in PokeMMO is giving up. As long as we never give up, we can't lose. Let us shunt, fellas. Let us pop mysterious balls. We have a lot to pop today. Thanks to the HelloFresh subscribers. I'll start off by doing 3 Pokeballs. I'll have it off to the side as much as possible, so we can see the sprites, because the sprite will actually show, it'll flash shiny across the screen. That's our 3 Ultra Balls. I now need to do 3 Great Balls, and we'll loop back around to the Great Balls, so I owe you guys 4 more. The shiny seals are the hardest to tell, because we don't really know for sure. That was 3, I believe. Now on to the Ultra Balls. Actually, we'll do the Ultra Balls after the Cherish. Cherish. Druddigon's a beautiful Pokemon. Garchomp. Deano. No shiny so far. Ultra Balls make my shiny rate around 1 out of 2,000. Around 1 out of 2,000. Teddy Ursa. Weavile. I'm blowing millions of Pokeyen in seconds. Now on to the most important balls of all the premieres. These cost around 1 million Pokeyen a piece. These are alpha Pokemon. A SHALPHA Pokemon would be the most possible points for Shiny Wars. No SHALPHA, but I owe you guys 4 more Great Balls. 1, 2, 3. The last one. Okay, I didn't see a shiny, did you guys? But that's okay. It's in the eggs. Now I simply use this time to cook. And hopefully it's in the eggs. I will see you guys with the hatchings. Hey, 20,000 encounters right there, fellas. We also have someone in chat who just got their first ever shiny Pokemon in PokeMMO, and apparently it's a secret shiny Volibee. Dude, what were you doing? What were you single encountering? I would love to, when you catch that, link that to me ASAP, please. I would love to see it. Someone's first ever shiny being a secret shiny is just insane to me. That is so, I mean, it should happen theoretically 1 out of every 16 first shinies that is done via single encounter, but it's amazing to see. Congratulations. Your first shiny is such an amazing feeling. I love seeing people and hearing people get them. It's such an amazing, it's a big deal, man. Congratulations. Here it is, dude. Here it is, man. 1 times 31 secret shiny Volibee. Congratulations, man. What were you doing? What was this at? Route 10. He Master Balled it, yeah, which I don't, you know, normally wouldn't recommend this. It's definitely not great to do, but like it has Whirlwind. I don't know if you were prepared for that. I don't know what your encounter looked like. So it's your first shiny. I get it. Congratulations, man. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. Congratulations, dude. You were just completing your Pokedex and got it. Holy shit, dude. Congratulations. That's so cool. Was this your Pokedex catch for Volibee? That's so insane. Congrats, dude. Okay, I switched around the Spinda mod, okay, in a way where it should, if I look up Spinda, I should actually have a follower sprite for it now, okay? So let's check. Where's my Alpha Spinda? There it is. Let's see the follower sprite. Oh my god. It looks nothing like the... What? That is unhinged. You know what I want to do? Here. I need a shunt that I can do with Spinda in my party. So I can... Here, we'll just hatch 4 eggs at a time. We'll be inefficient. We'll literally be inefficient to be able to use this. Because that's how good it is. Okay, there we go. We'll go over. Now we can barely see where we're going. We'll head over. I made it so... Yeah, I love so scuffed that it's funny. Okay. Surely this will give us the shiny luck. Oh my god. No way I don't get a shiny with this. Boom. Shiny right here. Just kidding. Never lucky. As a new player, should I aim for a Jimmy Run team or complete the National Pokedex? Only money for one purpose. I think I'd probably go for a Jimmy Run team first. Because it's going to give you the capital to do other goals, right? Completing the Pokedex, you will make some Pokeyen along the way, and you'll unlock a lot of great rewards, etc., etc. But that can wait. That's more endgame-ish. I mean, you know, endgame. I would do. I think Jimmy Run team is just the most important thing to go for as a new player, especially right now, or like a payday pickup mod, especially right now during this market where things are pretty slow. It's tough to sell Pokemon. 2 times 31s and 1 times 31s are cheaper than ever. Maybe not cheaper, but like really cheap, right? I think right now I feel like Jimmy Run pure yen methods. Like I was saying, like after Shiny Wars, I'll probably start doing Jimmy Runs again. And if you know, like I stopped doing Jimmy Runs because you reach a level of wealth, a level of Pokeyen where like Jimmy Runs are inefficient, which is really funny to say, but like shiny flips, flipping, breeding for profit all become like 600k Pokeyen per hour with the right game knowledge and capital. Whereas Jimmy Runs cap out at like 450k an hour or whatever profit. You'll make like 550k revenue, but it's 450k profit or whatever, right? So I'll probably go back to Jimmy Runs because it's just consistent yen, and having that consistent yen, even though it may not be the most Pokeyen per hour, it's still really nice. It's just pure yen. You get it added to your cash. Like, you don't have to wait for stuff to sell. You don't have to rely on the markets. Like it's very consistent and very confirmed, you know, capital. Yeah, one of the big reasons why we didn't have a live leaderboard for Shiny Wars is because it would take so much developer time. They'd have to go in and check each individual account, each individual shiny. That's what they'll be doing at the end of War. But like, there's a reason why Shiny Wars is like so good, because it's not taking away any developer time. It was pretty much all the staff members and community managers who put it together, and the devs kind of just okayed it, right, and made the vanity. But other than that, like the devs are hand off. We're not wasting any raid development time, any event season time, any time of devs developing new content. We're not using any of that for Shiny Wars. It's all staff and community manager driven. So That's a big deal. If we were to have a live leaderboard, it would have taken way more dev time. They probably would have updated it like once a week. They would have had to go through each individual account, each individual player to validify whether like an egg shiny that they bred wasn't just them rebreeding 2 shinies they already had, right? That's the big thing to factor in. So yeah, that's why leaderboards are tough for Shiny Wars and PokeMMO. It would have to validify that. Maybe there is some automatic way on their back end, but we just don't know, and I don't like to assume. It's probably possible in some way, but they just didn't have it ready for this, and it would have taken developer time to code that, whatever scraping thing to make that leaderboard anyway. So it's the first ever wars. Obviously, in the future, I think it's worth dev time to make it official leaderboard or whatever. But I think with them trying to work on raids and with them focus on big other projects, I don't mind the less than perfection first ever war, but to give us a first ever shiny war and then have things to improve on in the future. So I think it works out. A lot of people were really pissed when Shiny Wars got announced. Everybody was so mad. Everybody was like, oh my god, like, where's raids, where's this, like, what the hell, why are we getting this update but not raids? And I had to like calm everybody down and be like, hey man, like, the devs aren't working on this. We're not taking away developer time. Like, Shiny Wars is just an above and beyond positive thing they didn't have to do, that the staff and community managers put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into. And then meanwhile, everybody's ripping it apart because it's not what they wanted, which is, that was one of the most frustrating parts, how like so much negativity got shined over with Shiny Wars, where it's like, it's literally not taking any dev time. Like, they're still working on raids. Like, just be patient. Like, it's not a this or that situation. It's a end situation. It's a this end. Shiny Wars end raids. Now, it's been a while since we've seen raids. I understand frustrations. I empathize. I thought for sure raids would happen before this upcoming event season, but we're kind of running out of time for that. Maybe it'll be incorporated with event season. We'll have to see, but hopefully that clears up some confusion. Yo, what's up? Shiny Pokemon want to farm for Suicune? How long do you think it'll take with proper setup? And do shinies exist? Yes, shiny legendaries do exist. They are really rare. We did get confirmed from the devs that the shiny rate for legendaries is not 1 out of 30,000. It's lower. We don't like easier, not like higher, lower, whatever, right? We don't know exactly what it is, but maybe somewhere around 1 out of 8K, 1 out of 15K, somewhere between that for the shiny rates. We also don't know the like encounter rate for the legendary. We think it's somewhere around 1 out of 5K to 1 out of 8K for the normal encounter rate. This is all like hidden numbers on the devs side of things. You should be able to, with proper setup. Where's this last Charmeleon? One sec. Did I miss one? I don't know. Anyways. Oh, here we go. Okay. With proper setup, you should be able to get around 300 encounters per hour when single encountering with a swarm Pokemon and with expert lures, right? Which expert lures should only cost you around 15k Pokeyen per hour. They're pretty cheap. But while hunting for legendary, I have a video on this. If you look up like a legendary hunting guide, I have a video on all this as well, but I'll cover it really quick. So if it's, let's say the legendary rate is 1 out of 8,000. We don't know what it is, but let's just guesstimate there, right? Let's do that divided by 300, leaving you with an estimated like 20 to 25 hours or so probably for a legendary. Maybe 20 to 30 if you want to like maybe weave in some like inefficient shunting, because it's hard to maintain 100% efficiency when shunting for that many hours. Even I don't do that, right? So I would say guesstimate around 20 to 30 hours with swarm and expert lore, and it's definitely worth to use expert lore when you're going for legendary. It's super good. I don't know what the devs accounts look like. Now, I don't know what like their PCs and stuff look like, but there actually was a bug many years ago. I have a video covering this somewhere, but I honestly don't know where the video is at. But there was a bug that any player who logged in on mobile was given the like community manager UI, and you could like mute and ban people. It was pretty crazy. It only happened for like a few minutes before they like took the servers down and like fixed it. But for a few minutes, like anybody who logged in on mobile had like that bug where you could see the community manager's UI, and everybody had the UI, and you saw what it looked like. It was super interesting. Alrighty, fellas, I do think it might just be about that time to go ahead and call it. My wife is coming home from a weekend trip, and I want to make sure I head over to the grocery store and pick her up some flowers really quick, but don't tell her, okay? So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Stream recap 169. There's around 12 days or so left in Shiny Wars, guys. It is coming to a close. I'm going to be pushing really hard to try to get some rare. I want to see a rare before the end of a war. That's my goal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like the stream and the recap if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon videos. Discord's down below if you want to join that community. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this Monday through Friday. Friday. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if it's been helpful enough to you or entertaining in the background while you play PokeMMO, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal/Venmo, and then most importantly, HelloFresh this month is truly the best way to support. You guys have heard me preach it over and over and over again, but I really do appreciate those who do sign up. It allows me to also do some really cool content in PokeMMO with the Mysterious Balls. So I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. Peace, Reno. Good luck on your shunts. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.